Hey guys, today on People Now, new details in the Nipsey Hussle shooting. A suspect is named and a violent stampede erupts at a vigil. We'll tell you what we've learned.
Also today,
every day I see him through the eyes of my kids.
Celine Dion opens up about how the loss of her husband continues to give her family strength.
Lea Michele is going under the sea as the Little Mermaid.
For us, because we grew up loving country music, that was such a cool moment.
What country star floored the Chrisley family when he revealed he was a fan?
Plus, Henry Winkler talks Barry, the highs and lows of showbiz, and looks back at some amazing moments.
It's live today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Some big news in the world of classic Disney films. Lea Michele is gearing up to play Ariel in the Little Mermaid tribute concert, everybody. Yeah. Celebrating the movie's 30th anniversary. By the way, 30th anniversary.
Which is crazy to think about. We are totally ready to go under the sea with Lea. We can't wait for this concert. We want to know what song from the film you're most excited to hear. Is it Part of Your World? Is it Poor Unfortunate Souls? Is it Kiss the Girl or Under the Sea?
Oh, we got one little line from you.
I was going to do, you know what mine is? My favorite? Poor Unfortunate Souls.
I love that too.
That's my favorite. Maybe go for that one.
There'll be more singing ahead. Stay tuned. Vote in our People poll. Just tweet us your answer with the hashtag PeopleNow. We'll take a look at those results and Lea's new big role in just a bit. For now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today, beginning on a much more serious note. Chaos erupted Monday night during a candlelit vigil for 33-year-old Los Angeles rapper Nipsey Hussle, who was shot dead outside of his own clothing store in LA on Sunday afternoon. We've got more details on that, but there has been another development, possibly a crack in the case. Here's a look at a photo that was released by the LAPD. They're searching for 29-year-old Eric Holder, who's a suspect in the shooting. More about him in just a bit. On Monday night, that vigil for the late rapper and community activist really turned into chaos. At least 19 people were injured when a stampede broke out just outside of Hussle's clothing store, where hundreds began to gather to mourn. Now, while the cause of the panic is unknown, the LAPD saying that no gunshots were fired. According to Margaret Stewart, a spokesperson for the LA Fire Department, 2 people are in critical condition and 2 more in serious condition. Law enforcement officials are also reporting that at least 1 person was stabbed. Many of those other injuries are reported to be connected to the stampede, people tripping, people being trampled along the way. Nipsey Hussle, who reportedly was once a member of a subgroup of the Crip gang, was taking strides in revamping his community in Crenshaw and other parts of Los Angeles. The Grammy-nominated rapper was pushing education, was known as a philanthropist, and investing money into affordable housing opportunities. To many, the father was seen as an inspiration. Now, as you can see here, Hussle's makeshift vigil started peacefully. Some fans praying, family members crying, leaving all sorts of keepsakes for the rapper and in honor of the rapper. By nighttime, though, there were hundreds of fans, candles, and artwork, all honoring the memory of the rapper. Some fans even writing on a close-by wall brief messages like, "Fly high, Nip, rest in peace, and we love you, Nipsey." Unfortunately, though, that peaceful vigil turned chaotic when something startled the crowd. Some Twitter users saying it was a loud noise or a bang that some may have mistaken for a gunshot, although the LAPD has confirmed, as we said, no shots were fired. Again, that incident turning into a stampede-type situation, sending at least 19 people to jail, some in serious condition. Even though the LAPD confirmed there was no gunfire, there was at least 1 person stabbed, and here you can see police patrolling the area, using non-lethal weapons to attempt to control the crowd and send people home after everything kind of calmed down. Monday night, the LAPD tweeted they were hoping the crowd would see. They said, "We understand the community is mourning and we feel your loss. We are asking for everyone to follow the officers' directions and disperse from the immediate area." Now, here you can see the remnants of the chaos. Piles of shattered glass, candles spread out on the concrete, people missing shoes, looking for lost belongings in the pile of debris. Really a sad ending to what should have been an evening that was meant to be peaceful. As mentioned earlier, the LAPD has released a photo of the man they believe to have shot the rapper, taking to Twitter saying in part, Eric Holder is wanted for homicide in the shooting of Nipsey Hussle. He was last seen in a 2016 white 4-door Chevy Cruze. Anyone with information related to his whereabouts or this deadly shooting urged to contact South Bureau Homicide. Little correction there. That person was sent to the hospital that we were mentioning earlier, not to jail. Nipsey Hussle is survived by his 2 children. You can see him here with his daughter Imani on the red carpet. He also has a 2-year-old son named Cross with his girlfriend, actress Laura London. All right, guys, moving on to a very different type of story. A new L'Oreal Paris ambassador in town. She goes by the name Celine Dion. The singer was recently honored with the title by the iconic hair care brand at the age of 51 and is showing her beauty inside and out. The singer also sharing her feelings about staying strong for her 3 boys. Dion lost her husband, Renee Angelil, back in 2016. She reveals what it was like losing him and how her kids have fared since then. Watch this.
When you are spiritually connected and you know that he doesn't suffer, you have to say, hey, no more suffering. Don't be selfish now. He's with you for the rest of your life. And every day I see him through the eyes of my kids. That makes you so strong. Losing your dad, losing your husband.
Celine has been moving forward with her life since his death. She's released 5 albums, and now she's adding that ambassador title to her resume. She shares her initial reaction to that with us.
I'm in shock, actually, because my pulse has been going pretty fast. Being a young kid, being the 14th child of a family, being raised with the essentials, we never missed anything. But to make a long story short, I never really felt confident beauty-wise as a young age to even go out there in the industry.
Well, she's obviously going to make a great ambassador, but like most women, Celine has definitely had her insecurities when she was younger. Women and men, by the way. The icon tells us about growing up in the spotlight, how she dealt with it, her insecurities coming from very humble beginnings, and then suddenly being cast onto the world stage. Watch.
I had teeth situations then. We didn't really have a lot of money to, not really a lot, we had no money to kind of fix the teeth, and it was just like, I mean, normal but difficult to look like this and go on TV. Feeling good is beauty. Beauty is success to yourself, to your family, to your kids, to your husband, your wife, to your boss. It's so important to feel good.
Of course, we couldn't agree with Celine more on that, and congratulations to her. Now let's move on to this. Lea Michele heading under the sea to play Ariel in a 2-night musical performance of The Little Mermaid, May 17th and 18th. Mark it down if you happen to be in Hollywood. The Hollywood Bowl announced Monday it will celebrate the 30th anniversary of the classic animated Disney film by hosting a revival of the popular live production as a live-to-film concert experience. The cast are set to perform songs from the Oscar and Grammy-winning soundtrack as the film plays on the Hollywood Bowl's movie screen. A full orchestra will provide a live score. Now get all this, state-of-the-art projection mapping technology will project living scenery across the theater to give the audience a totally immersive experience. The outdoor venue will also be fitted with aquatic theming to transform it into the Hollywood Fish Bowl drive-in theater, kind of play on the name, the Hollywood Bowl, Hollywood Fish Bowl. The rest of the cast includes Harvey Fierstein as Ursula. That'll be fantastic, by the way. Peter Gallagher as King Triton, Ken Page as Sebastian, Leo Gallo as Prince Eric, and Cheech Marin as Chef Louis.
I cannot wait. I think that Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie. Honestly, I think it is.
All of those songs, I'm literally trying to think about our People Poll. All of those songs get stuck in your head, and I love them. I'm not sick of them. It'll be really great to see them like that.
I'm so excited.
And
too bad I'm not in LA.
Too bad not there. We'll see the live to tape thing later, maybe. You have more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, we are kicking off Star Trek today with an epic teaser. Ooh, getting excited. Winter may not be coming for us, but it is for the beloved HBO series Game of Thrones. We just got the ultimate reminder. So in honor of the show's final season, which premieres on Sunday, April 14th, the iconic Bellagio fountain in Las Vegas has teamed up with the equally iconic show to promote the 8th season. And what better way to do that than with some coordinated water fountain action with video projections from the show. So there are not spoilers here, but it is very incredible. It has all the elements that get us most excited for a new season, like fire-breathing dragons, the Night King, and of course the show's iconic opening score. The display starts off gracefully with soft, somber music playing and projections of snow falling, but things take off rather quickly when the show's opening music erupts along with the show's opening graphic. Now from there we see silhouettes of flying dragons and the Night King. At one point we see a pyrotechnic display resembling blue fire in sync with the fiery breath of the projected dragon. I mean, this is pretty incredible. It leads to one of the biggest highlights of the display, the reenactment of the jaw-dropping final scene in season 7 when, okay, if you're not caught up, cover your ears. The undead dragon breathes blue flames through the wall that has been protecting our favorite characters. The water show is the brainchild of Wet Design in collaboration with Game of Thrones composer Ramin Djawadi. He tells the Associated Press, quote, "The Bellagio fountain is iconic. It's known around the world, and so is Game of Thrones. So I think putting them together and seeing the music choreographed to a fountain like that is quite the spectacle." It is. The display will run every night until the day before the Game of Thrones Season 8 premiere on April 14th. All right, Neil Patrick Harris and husband David Burtka just took their love to new heights. Watch.
Well, hello. It's our 50th anniversary. I got surprised by this one. And look at our view. Oh, hope you're not afraid of heights.
On April Fool's, the duo celebrated 15 years together, and that is no April Fool's joke there. The pair rang in the occasion with dinner at Manhattan. It's a fine dining restaurant with breathtaking views perched 60 stories above Lower Manhattan. Harris posted this sweet photo on his Instagram, captioned in part, "I'm so grateful to this gorgeous man for giving me his heart, his shoulder, his strength, his lust, his laughter, his joy." Wrapping up the sappy post with, "You keep making all my dreams come true, #love." That's beautiful. As if that wasn't cute enough, David posted his own Instagram for the milestone moment, sharing a 15-year challenge. Look at that top picture. They look like little babies.
It's just like Insta models.
I know, they are. He captioned the post in part, quote, "Thank you, NPH, for the best years of my life. I can't believe how fast 15 years have gone. Happy anniversary. I can't wait to keep on laughing, playing, and loving for years to come." Ah, so cute. Makes me believe in love, you know? Harris and Burtka officially, officially tied the knot back in September of 2014 in Italy after being in a relationship since 2004. The two are parents to 8-year-old fraternal twins, Harper Grace and Gideon Scott. Such an adorable family. Very happy for them. Moving on to this, Gabrielle Union is on the cover of the May issue of Parents magazine. The actress opens up about welcoming a new baby girl to her family and also talks her pregnancy struggles. So Gabrielle, who announced the news in November of 2018, remembers first meeting baby Kavya, saying this, "I felt such relief. To hear her breathing and crying was a dream." The 46-year-old added that she and her husband, pro basketball player Dwayne Wade, did not allow themselves to believe they were having a baby girl until it actually happened, because she has suffered multiple miscarriages and unsuccessful IVF treatments over the span of nearly 5 years. Ultimately, the couple chose IVF and a gestational surrogate to carry their baby, a decision she admits her husband got over before she did. The new mom can't control her excitement, though, telling Parents magazine, quote, "We enjoy every moment," but admits that she's still learning baby care as fast as she can. She adds that she sucks at swaddling, never knew there were so many types of bottle nipples, and compares installing a car seat to taking the SATs. All right. She is grateful for all of this, though, saying, quote, "Kavya has allowed us to dream bigger and wider than we ever have before." The May issue of Parents magazine is available on stands now. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. Barry star Henry Winkler joins us live, plus Savannah and Chase Chrisley just got their very own spinoff TV show. And are they sharing details about their new ventures? They are, and much more. So stick around for that.
So Lea Michele is all set to play Ariel in the Little Mermaid's 30th anniversary tribute concert. We've been asking which song you're most excited to hear, so let's check in on the results so far. I'm hoping that's
Part
good.
of your world, kind of the main.
But Under the Sea second, okay.
The one that I get the most interest out of my girls if I do Under the Sea and kind of go into Sebastian a little bit. Right, were you gonna say the crew agrees? Yeah, okay. So guys, if you want to go and vote,
I'm really bummed
that'd be
that
great.
Poor Unfortunate Souls is so low on this, though.
All right, keep voting in our People poll, but now let's move on to this.
Miz and Miz has premiered its first season last summer, and new episodes return tonight, giving viewers an exclusive glimpse into the home lives of married WWE superstars Mike the Miz, Maurice, and their infant daughter Monroe. So we sat down with the couple to talk about the show and a lot more.
Biggest misconception about me.
I think people see us
We're
as
a bunch
villains.
of jerks.
Yeah, we're
the bad guys. We play villains in WWE, so we're used to having 20,000 people boo us each and every week. To actually see us on Miz and Mrs., it's actually interesting because you get to see not the character of the Miz, you actually get to see Mike at home.
like cooking,
with his wife,
cleaning,
daughter.
changing diapers.
Yes, I do it all. Just yesterday, someone goes, "Oh my God, I love you on Miz and Mrs. You are incredible." And then they go, "I don't know how you deal with your husband." And I'm standing right there. Right there.
They relate to little things,
Yeah.
like little things that we would think, like, "I love when you left your mom on the side of the
Yeah.
road."
Those guys are so great together. In the last batch of episodes, the couple moved their family from Los Angeles to Austin, but we wanted to know if they're planning on staying there.
No, we do not plan on staying in Austin. Like, this is how dumb we are. We move our entire family 17 days after she had Monroe. We were in a bus driving across country to move to Austin. Now, here we are 1 year later, and we want to move back to LA. So we're gonna have to move across country, and she's pregnant again. And we have a 1-year-old. Sometimes I think we're so smart, and then other times I think we're really dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why we're doing that.
I don't know, but I miss LA.
Can you imagine? Get on the bus.
Oh my gosh.
Like they mentioned, Maurice is pregnant again. The couple announced it to the world in mid-February, but we wanted to know what the moment was like when the couple found out themselves.
You want to know the moment that I found out that she was pregnant? You'll see it on Miz and Mrs. Yeah, she took me to this place, and she kind of did exactly what she did the first time, except for this time she had a mariachi band.
It's unexpected, you know. As much as I love planning parties and doing events, and for this, like the first time, I just told you like you were eating a sandwich. You just came from work and you were sitting at the counter in the kitchen eating a sandwich, and after like bites, I just,
you know,
oh, by the way, I'm pregnant.
I have stuff in my teeth, out of my mouth, you know, I'm eating, and she's just like, oh, you're pregnant. This time, at least you didn't do it when I was mid-bite.
But you thought I was pranking you.
I thought you were pranking me, absolutely. It was way too soon. Like, I was 37, I had 0 kids. I'm 38, I have 2 kids.
Under 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 kids.
So we don't know what it is yet, if it's a boy or girl, but if it is a boy, are we done?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if it's a girl.
We are going another.
Okay.
Going another round.
Now, if it's a girl again.
Going another round.
Mike, are you gonna keep going till you have, like, a boy? Like, if you have 6 girls, are you gonna keep going? Like, what's your number? I just kind of would like to know.
I didn't know that we were gonna have 2. Like, it wasn't planned. These things aren't planned. It just kind of happens. So if it happens, it happens. Man, my boys swim.
We'll see how that all turns out. Mike got to start on The Real World Back to New York in 2001, produced by Buena Murray, the same production company that makes Miz and Mrs. So we asked him to look back on that time in his life. Watch.
I had such a great experience with The Real World. I mean, The Real World's the reason I am where I am today. I would not be here right now if John Murray and Mary Ellis Bunham did not put me on The Real World, because I had a mentality when I was not on The Real World before that you go to college, after college you go home, you get a job, you get a family, and that's what you do for the rest of your life. When I got on The Real World, it allowed me to realize I could do anything I wanted with my life. So I'm always appreciative of them.
Have you seen Mike on The Real World?
A little bit. I've seen Mike on The Real World.
She's seen clips, she won't watch the whole thing. I have
saw
all
one
VHS
clip.
tapes dating myself.
The one clip that you showed me is the part where you're walking outside and you're talking to yourself.
That wasn't The Real World, that was the challenges.
Okay.
You've never watched The Real World.
Well, I've seen you jump around with like a
I jumped
title
around a
and you did.
lot, but you watched the challenges. On The Real World, it was a little different. But she never wanted to watch it. She doesn't want to watch any of them.
Well, I mean, I would, but I don't have a VHS.
I'll buy a VHS tape so you can watch them,
Okay.
but you don't want to watch them.
I feel like you don't want me to watch it.
I will let you, I'll allow it.
It's a past life, you know? We wanted to get Mike's take on his other castmates from The Real World and The Challenge who found fame, including Karamo Brown. Watch this.
That's fantastic. I did not realize Karamo was one of the Fab Five on Queer Eye. That's amazing. And then I know Cameron's on Southern Charm. Jamie Chung is a huge movie star, has been in a ton of movies. So it's incredible to see the success of others from the Real World MTV Road Rules family. Back then, when I was on The Real World, you were known as the scum of the earth. Like, it was like almost like you were not accepted in Hollywood. Nobody wanted you. You're a no talent hack on television and you're just living your life and you have no talent. But nowadays, I think people are starting to embrace it and realize that, you know, if you work hard enough and if you sacrifice, you can really do something with the notoriety that you get from a reality show. And to be honest, everything's a reality show. I know exactly what everyone's doing at all times because you got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you got YouTube channels, you got everything. So I think now it's more embraced than it was back then. So I always love to see the people that were on the shows back then succeeding.
To hear more from Mike and Maurice, make sure to watch Miz and Mrs. tonight on USA Network at 10/9 Central. You can also catch the Miz during WrestleMania, streaming worldwide Sunday, April 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern on WWE Network, and Tuesday nights on WWE SmackDown live on USA Network. A lot to see there. Check it out.
Excuse me?
Hey, Private Pile. How you doing?
Oh, let's not call me that.
A story. Just an idea. There's an embellishment called the Dennehy balloon. Actually, it's a colostomy bag filled with blood that Brian Dennehy used during Death Trap. When he was shot, he would...
That was a little clip there from the season 2 premiere of HBO's Barry about a hitman played by Bill Hader who gets bit by the acting bug.
And joining us now is one of the stars from the hit series. Please welcome to People Now Emmy winner Henry Winkler. Such an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Let me tell you, when that Dennehy clip, when I ad-libbed the sound, and if you look, they shot over Bill onto me. He's laughing.
Because he didn't expect it.
It's so easy to make him laugh. He is a great audience.
That's really interesting to hear, especially because he's so funny himself and is obviously around comedy all the time.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
But he is such an involved audience. You know, because he directs, produces, and acts. So sometimes when you're doing a scene with him, he's...
Oh, okay, right.
You have to remind him, hey, we're doing the scene together. I know my lines.
It must feel really good to work with someone that is that passionate about what they're doing, right? Like, it's his blood, sweat, and tears, so you probably feel even more compelled to do it right.
And not only that, but also it is the mainstay for an actor. If you've got somebody with a point of view, you know exactly what you are going to do, what is expected of you. Otherwise, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of his before?
Absolutely. Stacy and I, my wife and I used to watch him on SNL every weekend, and now here he is, my boss.
Yeah.
He's also known for his impressions. Do you have a favorite impression that he does?
No, because no, I just love when he does it.
He rattles constantly. Season 2 aired Sunday. Where do you want Gene and Barry to go in this season? What can we expect? What are you excited for people
Okay,
to see?
so really, this is darker than last year, if you can even imagine that.
Okay.
And this year, it is, can you change your nature? Can you literally shift your life and become somebody else? Gene wants to really become a teacher of actors. Bill doesn't want to be the hitman anymore and wants to see if he can overcome the darkest moment of his life. And then all the way down the line, every character has that reformation.
As this acting coach,
Yes.
do you have anyone in mind as you're playing that role? Have you had coaches like him before?
I have. You know, there was in my junior year of college, I had Dr. Sensenbach.
Okay.
I never understood what he was talking about.
Okay.
There are teachers I've heard about that I've had that he was actually based on. He was based on a teacher from LA who would paint paintings and then force his class to buy his artwork. They didn't have enough money to pay for his class.
What a racket. Yeah, that's hilarious.
You know, so you put them all together and then your imagination.
And is a great character, for sure.
And then I just came back from South by Southwest, where they asked me to actually run an acting class.
Oh, so you did it?
I did it. 600 people showed up.
As you or as that character?
Well, it was a promotion for the show, but I did it as Henry.
Yeah. In a recent article, I love this. You said that your son, Max, directed your audition for this role. So that's amazing. What kind of director was he?
Well, he's very strict.
Is he?
Yeah, first of all, he has only used me in his student films. He's never actually paid me to be in a project. And he's just finished his 3rd movie for Ridley Scott for Scott Free.
Not too shabby.
No. But I got the script. He read it. He went over it with me. He made me do it 5 times. He said, Dad, you cannot ad-lib. I said, but I ad-lib all the time. He said, respect the writer, Dad.
He's a pretty strict director. Yeah.
But I went in and I got it.
Hey, but only he can maybe speak that honestly to you. I don't know.
You bet.
He's one of few. Let's talk about this. You've been in the acting world for decades now.
Yes.
I want to know about your worst audition story.
Okay. My worst audition. I tried out for a movie that is a book about a young man who goes between this world and Greek gods.
Okay.
And it's a famous book, but it was so bad I've forgotten it. So I went in, I auditioned, and I knew. I don't know what happened, but it was so bad I thought, I have to give up.
Like this is the end.
This is the end. This is terrible. And I leave the casting people. They were the same people that cast Night Shift that I did with Ron Howard.
Oh, wow.
I thought, these people, I'm going to feel really comfortable with them. I was horrible. I was like poop at the bottom of the ocean coming from a whale.
Really, really, really bad.
Really bad. And I walked by a window and somebody came running out of the next office and said, Bill Shatner would like you to come and say hello. I said, no, I don't feel like saying, I can't even drive home. I'm going to crawl home. He said, no, come in. Bill wants to talk. I went in. Bill talked me down. He asked me what was wrong. He gave me advice. He made me feel better. All of a sudden, my head flew back. I got up, I got into my car, and I could actually push the gas pedal.
Oh my goodness, William Shatner talked you
William
off the edge.
Shatner. And then I traveled all over the world with him.
That's great.
It's so true, though. I feel like the audition process is designed to make you hate yourself after it. Like, it's hard to leave and feel
It's
good about
hard.
yourself.
I'm not kidding. But I felt pretty good after Barry.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think you've proven
Yeah.
that you got over the hump there.
Your breakout
Wow.
role was, of course, playing the Fonz on Happy Days.
Had a great time.
Take place in Wisconsin, so I love that.
Right.
This is the age of the reboot. So would you and the cast be down to
We just reboot MacGyver because that was the first show I ever produced. And now it's in its third year, its third successful year. I have no control over that because I don't own Happy Days.
But as far as your heart and passion, what do you
I
think?
don't know that I could go back again, and they would have to make a much larger jacket.
Okay, that's mainly the wardrobe issue. That's tough to get
I
over.
don't know. There's got to be a lot of leather.
Yeah.
You know.
I heard that so Happy Days was shot in the same set as Barry. Is that correct?
Okay, so we shot Happy Days on stage 19 on Paramount. It was Lucy Ball's studio. She had that whole half of Paramount Studios. Okay, so we were on stage 19 where Lucy did the 3-camera. She invented the genre. For 10 years, we did Happy Days. So now I'm shooting the very last moment of the last episode of season 2. And I look like, we shot Happy Days here for 10 years. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. That's where the phone booth was, the donuts were over there.
It suddenly dawned on you. Why?
I don't know, because I was concentrating on what I had to do, and then I looked around and I thought, I know this place really well.
Yeah.
And we got no air conditioning because Laverne and Shirley were right next door. And the girls complained,
Too cold.
and they got all the air conditioning,
got it.
and we sweat.
Wow. But still, somehow the magic was there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Barry a little more. The first Emmy, we talked about this. I was backstage when you came back there, and my goodness, what a glowing moment. Where are you keeping that Emmy?
Okay, the Emmy is on our dining room table, which is opposite the front door. So when people bring my Lipitor, I just happen to point toward the Emmy. There is not a person who comes to the door who cannot see it.
And you just look over, refer to it, and away we go. All right, we want to do a quick game with you.
I'm
Bit of
ready.
a throwback.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's a game we like to call Oh Snap, and it only works with that intro. Music's going, and here we go. Henry Winkler. We went through some old photos that we think may have a fun memory or story behind it associated with you. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. First one. What is going on here and here?
Oh, I'm getting married.
Your wedding day.
It is 1978. We're in New York City. We're in the temple that I was bar mitzvahed in. My parents, the very short German Jews, helped found Congregation Habonim, and Stacy and I are getting married. May 5. May 5. And then we went back to LA and we had a party for everybody in LA.
Oh, I love
but
that.
we were married there.
How do you keep the romance alive? What's the key?
The key is you want to do it, and all you have to do is look at Stacy. She is an amazing woman.
I love that. All right, let's take a look at this one. We have another picture for you. You and Kermit. What's happening
I met
here?
Kermit for the first time. I did Sesame Street for the letter W and brushing your teeth. And I met. Now this is the great thing. I have met several of the puppets, Miss Piggy, Elmo. I met their Kermit. You never look at the human being. They are so possessed with what they're doing. You never see.
Oh, you mean like the puppeteer?
Yeah.
You never see the puppeteer.
Right. Look at the
You
puppet.
only look at the puppet and it is completely alive.
That's wild, right?
And then we had Elmo. I produced 2 years of Hollywood Squares, and Elmo was in a square with Michael Levitt.
We had they were just in recently doing something, and it was a similar experience. You saw them animating, and the people disappeared. It's just like, wow, there's the character I know and love.
All right,
true.
next photo.
Next photo.
Let's see what's going on here.
Oh
man.
Okay.
This is like a little hard
Now,
throwback for me here.
Jed, who is now 47 years old, he is my stepson. He wanted to meet the Ninja Turtles, and I was able to get tickets to the premiere.
So cool.
And then we got to meet them all.
Love the Turtles, love
Yes.
the movie back when I was a kid. All right, let's go to this, the final one. You and Gary Marshall, which of course is like two Hollywood icons here. What goes through your mind there when you think about Gary?
Okay, he was my mentor. He was a genius. He kept us a family because he had us play softball, not only all over the country at different ball fields, but we went to Okinawa and we went to Germany and played with the American troops. He was strict and he was open. I had a problem, I went to Gary, he tilted his head, 55 solutions fell off the top of it.
Wow.
Now your problem was, they were all great. Which one do you choose? I miss him, I love him, I owe him my career.
Wow, what a loss and what a legacy
Yeah.
he leaves behind.
Amazing.
Henry, thank you.
Wow.
Such a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to talk
Snap.
to you. Go.
I like your snap.
Thank you for stopping by. Guys, new episodes of Barry air Sundays at 10 o'clock on HBO. Be sure to check that out.
All right, we move on to this. Savannah and Chase Chrisley have starred on Chrisley Knows Best for 6 seasons, and tonight the two siblings get a spin-off of their own. Growing Up Chrisley shows them moving from LA to Nashville to pursue their careers, acting for Chase and building a beauty business for Savannah. We caught up with the stars to talk all about their new show and their new ventures.
Growing Up Chrisley is a completely different dynamic than like Chrisley Knows Best because
Without a doubt.
it's like it's just us.
Yeah, so, and you see a little bit, you know, Chrisley Knows Best is all real, 110%.
Todd pops in every now and then.
But with Growing Up Chrisley, you kind of got to see different sides of us, you know, maybe things that we would or would not do, like around, you know, when we're not around Dad. So I think we kind of were a little calmer and we're a little different.
I think once you take everybody else out of it, like my mom and my dad, I kind of just do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, and Savannah hates that.
Because I've always had Mom and Dad as the buffer. We both had. Like, if we were to get into an argument, you've always got Mom and Dad to kind of get in the middle of it and be like, hold up now, you know? So I feel like we both kind of had to learn how to communicate with each other and how to get past our differences and move on. So it was a challenge.
So the show sees them in Los Angeles for 3 months, but when it comes to their future LA plans, Savannah told us she wants to split her time between LA and Nashville, and Chase said that he 100% wants to be full-time in LA, and as for his dream acting role, well, here's what he said.
I probably want to do something like a Ryan Gosling, like
Oh,
like a romantic film for sure. Like that would be like my ideal dream role would be like The Notebook. That's my favorite movie. Savannah, you know.
No, Chase honestly is a girl. Like my dad says that our hearts got switched up. So he's got the heart of a girl, I've got the heart of a guy. So that could be a great role for
just
Chase.
sensitive.
You know, like he's a very sensitive human being. So I feel like something to where it's got a lot of crying and, you know, something like that.
Please.
then we asked the longtime Chrisley Knows Best stars to rank who in their family actually knows best to who knows least.
My
knows
dad, me. No, my
No,
dad,
Dad,
my
Mom,
mom,
me,
Savannah,
Grayson, Chloe, Chase.
Savannah's just a hater. That's all. That's what Savannah is.
Grayson, at 12 years old, has more sense than Chase.
Savannah, shut up.
But he kind of owns it a little
Yeah,
bit.
he does.
We also asked Chase and Savannah to tell us what celebrity over the years has really been a fan of their show that surprised them the most. Listen to this story.
My dad was at some event, and Garth Brooks was there. And my dad was like, oh my God, I want to meet him so bad, you know? But like, that's what he was telling me beforehand, but he was like, he's going to play it cool, you know? And so then someone came into his dressing room and goes, I'm so sorry to disturb you, Mr. Chrisley, but one of our artists, he's a huge fan. He would love to meet you. My dad was like, oh yeah, sure. And they were like, he'll come to you. My dad was like, okay. They were like, he was like, who is it? And he was like, Garth Brooks. And Dad goes, oh, no, I'll go to him. He's like, I'll go to him. He doesn't need to come to me. I will go to him. So I feel like for us, because we grew up loving country music, it was such a cool moment. So.
Mine was probably Snoop Dogg. We were doing Family Feud, and he was like, man, I love y'all's show. And I was like, I love you, Snoop.
Oh, gosh.
I'm imagining Snoop Dogg watching their show. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Savannah is currently dating hockey player Nick Cardilas, but early last year on Hollywood Medium with Tyler Henry, Tyler told her that there may be a James in her future romantically.
I have the best looking grandkids in the world.
So we got a big reaction out of her dad. We asked her if that meant James Maslow, maybe, and what she thinks about that experience now.
It was funny because at the time, like, James and I we had gone to dinner one night, but like, there was just nothing there, you know? So that's kind of what I thought it was really funny, because I'm like, there's just nothing there, you know? So it was just a funny, like,
Who's James
coincidence.
Maslow?
He's got a little side eye here.
Yeah.
We also asked them what they think one of the biggest misconceptions is about their family. Watch this.
Because we're on TV doesn't mean that we don't go through hardships and adversities, and we do. We're like any other human being. So if you write negative comments on social media, we'll see them, and you know, and it can affect us just like it affects you.
She looks at that stuff. I don't pay attention.
Chase looks at it. He just doesn't admit that he
No,
looks
I
at
don't.
it. And there are times, though, to where it does hurt, because I am like any other woman out here. I can be self-conscious. There can be times where I don't love how I look or how I feel or whatever. And so whenever someone says something negative about that, it kind of cuts deep, because you're like, well, I was maybe already thinking that, and now they said it, so it just kind of solidifies how I'm feeling. So there are definitely those times, but whenever it comes to Chloe and Grayson, you know, they're kids. So whenever I see someone say something about them, I will immediately come back at you, because they can't defend themselves. So since they can't, I'm gonna defend them. So it's hard, you know, you wanna clap back, and there are times to where I will, and then I'll be like, I shouldn't have said that, I'm gonna delete it. So, you know, I've had those times.
I just let it die.
All right, for even more from Chase and Savannah and the whole family, make sure to watch the premiere of Growing Up Chrisley tonight, 10:30, 9:30 Central on USA Network.
All right, have you guys seen this story yet? So apparently there's a resort in the Philippines that is not exactly opening its doors to influencers. Their message is gaining some steam
Yeah,
here.
quite the opposite of opening the doors. The White Banana Beach Club in Siargao posted this message to Facebook. It said in part, we kindly would like to announce that White Banana is not interested to collaborate with self-proclaimed influencers. We'd like to suggest to try another way to eat, drink, or sleep for free, or try to actually work.
Wow.
Whoa, going all in.
Yeah, so most people that responded to the post agreed that real influencers wouldn't need to ask for free things. But other people thought the resort should have maybe declined requests privately instead of kind of putting this all on blast on Facebook.
Yeah, some people even slamming the resort for making it seem like being an influencer isn't a real job. I'm just going to say this. I think they are appealing to a particular audience, and they're kind of nailing it.
Yeah, I think there's also levels of influencers.
Yeah, right.
For sure. The resort clarified after going viral that they aren't against influencers, just against freeloaders, saying this, a real influencer is called as such by the rest. He does not address him or herself as an influencer. They are bloggers. We've actually collaborated with a few of them in different terms and conditions, and we support them.
The resort posted again on Friday saying that they had been receiving bad reviews on Facebook in the wake of their viral post that included the whole laughing emoji. I don't think they are upset about this. at all.
Yeah, but I bet a lot of influencers and people that want to do that are upset. That's why they're giving them bad reviews.
Sure.
So that's not good for business either. But part of the caption reads, sweet snowflakes that probably never worked a day in their life. Maybe it's time for a new white banana t-shirt. What about, or you could actually work. I mean, whoever is running their social media is going in on the
Kind
influencers.
of like double down, triple down on the whole thing. Although, look, now they get the press for this. And
That's
if you
true.
if you think about like the flip side of this as well, the bloggers that do end up going there, or maybe the influencers that end up going and being welcomed and maybe even promoted by this place down the line now, might have a new layer of legitimacy,
yeah.
right? Like these guys welcomed us, so we're real.
But they just better hope that the resort reaches out to them, not the other way around.
And guys, if you don't know about the White Banana Beach Club, let's tell you about it. It's a resort in Siargao in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's gaining popularity among influencers because of the gorgeous beaches. It's a very relaxing place to visit, hang out on the beach, have a few drinks, explore the island. I mean, the pictures are really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous beachfront property. Started off as a sunset cocktail bar before expanding into a restaurant, then officially opened its luxury dorms in October of 2018.
Look at that. I mean, all of these locations look like a dream. Their cocktail bar has recently added 2 new drinks. Get this, the influencer drink and the snowflake drink.
Wow, so they're on it.
They're
They're
on it.
having a lot of fun with it. Don't be a freeloader. That's their message, loud and clear. I have friends that do that, but you reach out to resorts and see if you can stay there for free in exchange for posting.
Well, yeah, you post
So it's a legit thing that people are doing. I understand why some resorts could be annoyed, but there's probably so many people now that have reached out to them.
Part of me also wonders, are they a little behind on the times of it? Because it is a legitimate, industry at
When you
this point.
see influencers on Instagram posting, usually they're staying the place for free to give them press or views.
Be careful how you ask over there.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are Instagram official.
Wait, stop the presses. They have an Instagram? They do. On Tuesday, the royal couple launched their official account. Here it is, at Sussex Royal, just in time too. Of course, we know Meghan and Harry are due to welcome their first child this month. I have a feeling if you don't like babies on the gram, this probably won't be your spot.
So according to a royal source, Harry and Meghan will use the Instagram for both their work and their personal moments. Obviously, we're excited about the baby. Let's be real.
Yeah, royal
that
baby.
post, I don't know what that's doing for me. I want a baby post.
They captioned their very first post in part, "We look forward to sharing the work that drives us, the causes we support, important announcements, and the opportunity to shine a light on key issues. We thank you for your support." That was their statement.
Now, Harry and Meghan also shared a few of their favorite photos, which highlight their royal work, including special moments from their royal tour to Australia last fall, Harry's work with the military, Meghan's bond with the women of the Hub community, and a few more.
Yeah, some great pictures there. Harry and Meghan racked up hundreds of thousands of followers in just minutes. They, though, only follow 3 accounts: Clarence House, Kensington Royal, and the Royal Family. Those are all the official palace accounts. I've slid into the DM with some really thirsty requests. Please, guys, come on.
Can you imagine you're the 4th person they follow?
And Jeremy
Never, ever happen. Harry and Meghan's own Instagram account is the first step in their transition to a new office. They've also been removed from the official Kensington Palace Twitter account, which now has a profile picture of William, Kate, and their 3 children. Kind of doing a little separation here.
Yeah, the Twitter bio has also been changed to read the official account of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Royal Foundation based at Kensington Palace. So some updates along the way.
And I don't know if you remember, but Meghan was on Instagram herself before she became a royal. She would share photos of her dogs, her friends, her travels, but she did have to give that up before joining the royal family, which makes a lot of sense.
It does. Because of that, it makes me wonder if this account will be a little more loose with the types of photos compared to what William and Kate have done, because they're kind of doing their own thing. Will they have more like relatable photos in terms of like, oh, the kid with like food on his mouth? You know what I mean? Like how people post their babies. Will they do that?
I mean, I would think so. I don't think they're going to get edgy, but...
So as she settled into her life as Duchess, she found a new place for her social media skills during the couple's visit to Sydney in October. Took a sweet photo that was posted of her husband as he rehearsed his speech for the Invictus Games closing ceremony.
And a few days later, Harry snapped a shot of Abel Tasman National Park in New Zealand from the sky, which was shared on Kensington Palace's Instagram story and credited to the prince.
Now that they have their own Instagram account, royal fans can expect to see more meaningful moments from the couple themselves. We look forward to it. All right, coming up tomorrow, guys, Melissa Joan Hart is here giving us the scoop on her brand new Netflix series, No Good Nick.
Plus, from diaper duty to daiquiris, the hilarious stars of the web series I'm Mom So Hard, Kristen Hensley and Jen Smedley are here talking about their brand new book. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Eris Baker. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, my name is Eris Baker, and this is one last thing. My last fashion disaster. I went out with my friends, and my belt came off, and I forgot my belt. The last thing I learned about myself, I can talk a lot. The last piece of advice I gave, always be yourself.